Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reacting to how strong is the baki verse from Official Divine. This is the first time I'm reacting to it, and why a baki verse well, thanks because I like martial arts. Alright, let's get into it.
Baki Hanma. In this world, in order to survive, you have to be the strongest. But with so many fighters whose strength is unimaginable,
Especially Yujiro Hanma and Yuichiro Hanma. Their strength is not unmanageable going against the countries. My god.
how can you ever hope to reach the summit? With fighters that can punch at the speed of sound, prehistoric cavemen that were ripping apart dinosaur jaws just to live, and one man
There's a Katsume Orochi Hatsumi. Nah.
that makes all others look like nothing. Given the title the Ogre, he doesn't want to be the best. He just wants to defeat his father. But it just so happens that his father's the strongest.
Now that's a bar.
Baki Hanma is a high school kid and the son of the world's strongest creature. He watched his mother die in his father's arms, and now he made a promise to defeat him.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Baki the Grappler season 1 and 2, then sucks us up because Baki's mother was killed by Yujiro Hanma, the bear hug. Crushed their spine.
Training every single day to get stronger and stronger, and fighting against opponents whose strength is absolutely ridiculous. Baki's pursuit of strength and martial arts excellence leads him to participate in numerous tournaments and battles against other fighters from around the world, taking on Hanayama, the leader of the Yakuza.
The Street Brother, the Hanayama. Here's a fact about Hanayama, or known fact. His pinch strength is so freaking strong, he can just tear a chunk out of a deck of cards. Just a chunk, not tear, just chunk.
Who's so strong that he jumps into the ocean and kills great white sharks the size of Megalodon.
Yeah, in the spin-off manga of Hanayama, he killed a great white shark
with his bare hands, and even took on Spec, a convicted criminal who was able to destroy the Statue of Liberty with his bare hands, which has been counted as small building levels of energy. Baki can
You mean power, right?
create illusions that become real to his mind and even physically hurt him. When
Shadow boxing to the next level, I think.
Baki imagined fighting his father, their fight caused an earthquake that was so destructive that it was counted as city block levels of energy. He was able to fight against Biscuit Oliver, or Unchained, the strongest man in America, who was able to hit Guevara so hard that the satellite tracking his movements from space thought he shook the entire world.
I think that was a mistranslation in the manga. In the official translation in the anime, it said how long has it been since I punched someone? That wasn't the narrating. That was basically Olivia saying how long has it been he punched someone.
Baki's stronger than the son of the Tiger Slayer Katsume, who mastered a technique that turns all of his bones into thousands of joints, allowing him to punch at Mach 5 speeds.
It's above Mach 1. It's Mach 5 speed will break his limb before even make a full punch, I think.
Or faster than the speed of sound. Katsumi goes on to improve this technique, making it even faster, as it was stated that he can increase the speed of his punch, being able to hit 1,000 miles per minute, making his speed high hypersonic.
That is debatable.
Baki's brother Jack Hanma wanted to get stronger by any means necessary. Jack takes a drug called X4 to
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Which episode was? Nah, whatever. X4 was a steroid drug made for Jack, especially.
enhance his strength and breaks his legs, going through grueling surgeries to grow taller, growing from 6'4" all the way to 8 feet tall.
No, 7 feet tall actually.
Jack masters
But almost but it's 7. I think it was 7'5" or 7'6".
his own fighting style of biting and crushes his teeth, getting them replaced with titanium. But even with all these
Oh yeah, he did.
feats, all of them are still weaker than Baki. With the blood of a Hanma flowing through his veins, Baki is able to get even stronger.
And if you ask, Jack Hanma has the blood of a Hanma. It's running thin in him. And I'm back.
as it was stated that his jabs are faster than the speed of light.
Again, a mistranslation that in the baki manga, there's an official translation. I think all of them are mistranslations.
Getting closer and closer to his final challenge against his father. In his fight with Oliva, Baki uses his demon back, which is an ancient technique passed down through Hanma blood that distorts his back into a face of a demon. With this demon back increasing all of his stats, and he beats down Oliva in a test of pure strength. An ancient demon who was alive 10 million years ago revived.
Actually, 9.7 million years.
In the modern era is here to fight against the strongest.
6.7? Nah, whatever.
Pickle was able to somewhat tank and survive the meteor that wiped the dinosaurs from the face of the earth, turning all of them into ash and leaving nothing but bones. But like I said in the beginning, in order to survive in this world, you have to be the strongest. With this feat being couched to multi-city levels of energy, but the things that this dude can lift, holy. Pickle is able to flip massive triceratops over his head, with these dinosaurs weighing 26,000 pounds. He can rip apart a T.
Or 26,000 pounds or 2.6 tons.
Rex's jaws, with a T-Rex's bite force being 35,000 newtons or 12,000 pounds of force.
People still don't know the full force about the T-Rex dinosaurs bite force. It's just a calculative thing.
Or roughly the equivalent of the T-Rex's body weight. Pickle was even able to lift the foot of the largest dinosaur in history, the Argentinosaurus, with these dinosaurs weighing 273,000 pounds. Pickle's speed has been compared to that of lightning, and his body is literally built for fighting, as his neck is so thick that it's compared to an ox neck, making
it's mainly because of the thick skeletons.
It impossible for him to be knocked out. This monster even had a direct strength comparison with Yujiro Hanma and forced him to use a trick to finally put him down, and even defeated all of the modern era's strongest fighters. However, once he takes on Baki, history's about to be rewritten. Baki is able to imitate the fighting styles of animals, so for Pickle he imitates the strongest dinosaur he could imagine, and ultimately proves that in terms of pure martial arts prowess, there's only one person left to defeat. With this fight being the spectacle of the entire world, as both of these fighters are compared to two countries going to war. And this actually isn't a stretch, as Baki's
well, it did say in them, manga and anime mean both things. They're compared to countries.
father has agreements with the United States that they'll leave him alone and not interfere with anything that he wants to do. Yujiro's strength is stated to be stronger than any weapon in the modern age, which could possibly include nuclear bombs.
That is so debatable. Oh my god, that is so extremely debatable because they're not feasible.
Which produce over 50 megatons of TNT. Yujiro has mastered every fighting style on Earth and can even copy new ones just by looking at someone, with his sight allowing him to see all weak points on his opponent's body.
I'm still so fucking confused about that. How the fuck did he get X-ray?
Seeing them as a muscle chart with all of their weak points pointed out. Yujiro was even stated to be able to dodge lightning and even took a strike.
Again, stated. Is that been shown in the manga or anime? It's been stated. He withstood a strike of a lightning, but he never dodged it.
And kept walking like nothing happened. He was able to casually stop an earthquake with a single punch.
That earthquake punch is super debatable though. But which super debatable? What type of earthquake was it? But it is consistent in the manga and the anime too.
So let's see if he can stop his son. As Baki and Yujiro fight, all of his fights and martial arts skills that Baki has learned over the years and the strength that he's gained comes to the forefront, as literally every fighter in history is watching this fight. Baki is able to fight almost evenly against his father, and in the end, with his hearing gone, he believes that he's lost. However, the world's strongest creature proclaims that he's the strongest in the world. Overall, Baki Hanma would scale to multi-city level with high hypersonic speed. And shout out to Guy who dropped 50 to...
Speed is kind of debatable though.
Sponsor this video because in the end this 18-year-old high school student has come a long way from having his strength rejected by his father and now has the strength to fight against prehistoric monsters that can rip apart dinosaurs' jaws. Because even though his father's a demon, even the devil has a target on his back. The demon Pickle. In the Baki series, strength is all that matters, with characters like Oliva being able to pull helicopters with nothing but his arms.
That has been shown so many times.
Hanayama being able to kill a giant great white shark, Yujiro Hanma, the demon whose strength surpasses human comprehension and now holds the title as the strongest creature.
Strongest creature, not human. The strongest creature. Because he defeated every creature on Earth. The current creatures, I guess.
And is able to kill anything that walks the earth. But none of these characters have killed a dinosaur. 200 million years later, an ancient demon has awoken who is a dinosaur himself. Pickle's body is literally built for fighting, or should I say hunting, as his neck is so thick that it's compared to an ox neck, meaning it's almost impossible for him to be knocked out, with him performing some of the most ridiculous strength feats I've ever seen in Baki. Pickle was an apex predator 200 million years ago, being able to hunt and kill Tyrannosaurus rex, a giant lizard that weighs up to 9 tons or 19,000 pounds, which is equivalent to 4 African elephants. He's able to lift a massive triceratops over his head with these dinosaurs weighing 50 tons.
Spoilers, but if you haven't watched the anime, spoilers. And the manga, spoilers again. Pickle described Hanayama's strength to a triceratops. I say it again. Pickle described Hanayama's strength to a triceratops.
Tons or 100,000 pounds. He's able to catch the foot of an Argentinosaurus, which is the biggest dinosaur in history, weighing 100 tons or 200,000 pounds, and has fought and overpowered this dinosaur to test his strength and to fill his stomach. But when he opens his eyes and sees a new world with so many interesting creatures, it's time to find out who truly is the strongest in history. Everyone arrives to fight this prehistoric demon, even the ogre himself, and the two have a comparison of strength. When their fists connect, Pickle's strength is put on display for everyone to see, and he forces the strongest creature to use a technique to put him down.
Aikido.
The same Yujiro who can crush coals into diamonds with nothing but his bare hands, with the force needed to do this being 725,000 pounds per square inch of force, and yet Pickle's fist keeps pushing back. The same Yujiro who can stop earthquakes with a single punch, which has been counted as city levels of force, or having enough power to destroy a city in one shot. But now it's clear to everyone that you're not going to beat this one with pure strength alone. Pickle fights against the son of the tiger slayer Katsumi, who has mastered a technique that is guaranteed to send him back to the Stone Age. As he winds up a punch, he envisions his bones as hundreds of small joints and hits Pickle with a punch faster than the speed of sound. But
above Mach 1. I think Katsumi's punching speed was calculated to Mach 2 or Mach 1.5.
But to everyone's surprise, it did nothing. A punch moving at Mach 5 speeds is so boring he takes a nap. Later,
I'm gonna have to do research about that.
Pickle fights against Jack Hanma, who's been training his jaws and teeth to be as strong as possible and has a bite force that is stated to be greater than a crocodile. He decides to have a bite.
Remind you, a crocodile's bite force is extremely tough. I mean, strong.
Off with Pickle, but it's not enough, as Pickle literally bites his face off. But it's not over, as Jack harnesses all the strength in his body for his most powerful attack and spins from off the ground and hits Pickle with the nastiest uppercut in history, sending him flying into the rafters. But
I'm back. And I'm back.
But it does nothing. It's almost like this demon is indestructible, but that's
well, he kinda is. Against Fist, that is. In the Musashi Spoilers again. In the Musashi Hawk in the Baki Hanma manga, he got scars on his body because the Musashi Miyamoto sliced him so many times. Across here, I think, but that was the T-Rex part. Here, and here.
That's exactly what he is, as not even bullets can pierce this dinosaur's skin, and has
Can pierce his balls.
durability
Bullets can pierce his muscles.
comparable to Yujiro Hanma, who can get struck by lightning and keep walking like nothing happened. Pickle literally
That has been shown. That has been shown in the manga.
he makes Jack pray to God for him to defeat Pickle.
Yeah, he prayed to God. Prayed to Jesus Christ himself.
But he can't save him now, and Pickle beats Jack and ties him up to eat later. And now it's time for Baki's
The most disrespectful moment.
final test before he takes on his father. He must defeat this dinosaur. Baki fights against Pickle, and Baki's only shot to win is to use his martial arts to get the edge on Pickle, with Baki using the style of a triceratops and even forms himself into the most powerful dinosaur in history, with Baki deciding to test his strength against Pickle just like his father did, and decided to go blow for blow like he did against Unchained.
Just so you know, Baki won the fight of technique. Pickle won the fight of strength, so it's a 1-1 right now.
But this was a mistake, because he gets absolutely bodied
Yep.
and loses in pure strength.
Yeah.
Overall, Pickle would scale to city levels of strength with hypersonic speed.
I thought Pickle was in the subsonic category. Yeah, whatever.
The man who's called anti-human, the man that moves faster than lightning, the man who's been compared to
Not faster than lightning, almost fast as lightning, I think.
King Kong himself, the
Kong.
man who can master martial arts techniques after seeing them done only once.
That's debatable.
The man who can outmuscle a Hanma, the man who was the strongest 200 million years ago, has awoken to prove it. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell
You heard him. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell.
so you never miss an upload. And tell me, do you guys like these Baki videos? Because I think they're pretty interesting. And if it wasn't pretty obvious, Pickle's my favorite character. But anyway, tell me in the comments, who do you think can defeat the man with the power of a dinosaur?
That's a ball.
Yujiro Hanma.
Yes.
In the world of Baki, there are fighters who have strength that's not even human, with characters like Oliver being able to hit so hard that it shakes the entire world.
Debatable. That was never said in the anime. Just so you know, the manga doesn't have an official translation, so all the translations might have a mistranslation because it's not official. And take the anime as the official translation. Biscuit Olivia said, "How long has it been since I punched someone with all my might? Not shook the world, all my might. That's all."
Hanayama being able to kill great white sharks the size of Megalodon.
Yeah, that happened in the Hanayama special spin-off manga.
And even ancient prehistoric demons that have awoken to walk the earth. But the title of the world's strongest creature goes to one man. In the year 1957, a demon was born. On that day, every creature in existence on the Pyramid of Strength went down by one rank. Yujiro Hanma is regarded as the pinnacle of physical force, and who stands at the crystallization of strength, with Yujiro earning his title as he performs the most ridiculous strength feats. And
Ridiculous indeed.
Yujiro's first fight against his son, an earthquake interrupted right before they were about to begin. And without hesitation, Yujiro punched the earth, stopping the earthquake immediately.
That is, again, I'm not coming to that again.
With his punch generating 2 megatons of force, or enough power to rip apart an entire city. With this being pretty consistent, as Baki envisions fighting his father and gets clapped so hard that everyone thought there was an earthquake. Yujiro's fists are so strong that he's able to crush coals into diamonds. With the
Actually, that never happened. He just crushed the coal into bits. In some manga, in the Sumo wrestler did do it, but I don't think the current Yujiro in the manga well my, can well might do it easily, but anime Yujiro is extremely debatable on the cold crushing into a diamond part.
Force required to do this being 725,000 pounds per square inch of force. It's almost as if absolutely nothing exists on planet Earth that can stop Yujiro Hanma, as Yujiro was struck by lightning but kept walking like nothing happened.
Oh my god, that is so, oh my god. Never mind.
And speaking of lightning, he can dodge it. With Yujiro
That was stated, not that isn't a fit, that was stated. That he hasn't done it. It's not a feat yet. Someone actually stated it.
moving so fast that even lightning bolts are too slow, with his casual punches being able to pierce the sound barrier, which
Yeah, that happened in the anime too, and manga. Why do you think? Why? If you don't know why I'm saying anime first instead of manga, again, the manga's English translation isn't official, so someone actually has translated it in Google Translate, I think. So the baki manga doesn't have an official translation.
which is actually pretty consistent considering the son of the Tiger Slayer Katsumi was able to master a technique that allows his fist to move faster than sound, as he envisions his bones as hundreds of small.
This is the joints he imagined. This is the joints that Katsumi Orochi imagined in his body.
Joints and is able to strike at these high speeds. It was stated that Yujiro has mastered every martial art in the world, which
Every martial arts, and he can copy them on the force side too.
means every technique that we've ever seen in Baki can be used by Yujiro, with Baki being a character that uses his imagination to fight against the strongest.
Just another the Baki imagination and taking damage from the imagination is so bullshit.
Opponents, with Baki being able to imagine himself fighting a 200-pound praying mantis and even envisions himself into a living dinosaur.
That is still bullshit, and that is still bullshit and so cool.
Yet states that Yujiro's strength has surpassed his imagination. Yujiro's
Yeah, he did say that.
skeleton has the image of a demon, but that's exactly what he is, as Yujiro's body is literally built for fighting. Yujiro is able to contort his back muscles to resemble the face of a demon.
Yeah, that has never. The author of the Baki manga never explained it. How does that even happen?
Yujiro's demon back amps all of his stats as if he wasn't already broken. And now it's time to take on the strongest fighters in history. Yujiro has a rematch with his son Baki, and it was stated that both of them are like two countries going to war.
Someone has just said that. No, it was the army dude, old army dude.
Yujiro himself having statements from the US president's mouth that not even a nuke could kill him.
Debatable.
With Yujiro fighting against the best samurai in history,
Spoilers.
Musashi. With Musashi commenting that Yujiro's skin is not even like flesh, it's more like samurai's armor that his sword cannot pierce. With Musashi's sword being so strong that it's able to cut up Pickle.
It's not a sword. It is technique.
With Pickle's body being so durable that not even gunshots can pierce it, and whose neck is so thick that it's almost impossible for him to be knocked out, with Yujiro's hands literally being swords themselves. But that's when a demon comes out to play. As Yujiro flexes all of his muscles, a demonic presence enters the air. There's no need for pulling punches now, because Musashi's face to face with a demon. Yujiro and Musashi continue to fight, with it being stated that both of them are like equal rivals, being compared to two lions, or maybe even a dragon and a tiger locked in combat. No, a tiger, a lion, and a dragon would stand no chance against these two.
That was stated in the manga, not in the anime.
Both fighters walk away from the fight alive, but now Musashi knows that there's a demon whose hands can crush diamonds. The man who is the pinnacle of strength, the man who is feared by every nation on the earth, the man who can walk through lightning and move just as fast, the man who's compared to a country that not even a nuclear blast can defeat. Because when the world's strongest creature finally dies, hell's not ready for this demon. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video,
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Some of these feats that dodging lightning or Katsumi's dodging lightning and light speed jab, it, it it's a mistranslation in the manga, and it's a statement, not a feat, just a statement. Alright. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. See you all.